from our perspective, addressable is incredibly important because it makes best use of our clients' budgets. So the less wastage that we have, the better targeting ability, getting to the right people, the right message, the greater the ROI. We've got all the data that proves that. And it's a work in progress. Of course, we've had this wonderful internet thing over the last couple of years where we've been doing addressable for quite a long time, and that's improving now with some of the tools like Xaxis that we have. And now that's coming to TV, and it's coming to other media as well, with magazines going into iPads, etc. But we're not quite there yet in the sense of joining all those things up. And I think that is the holy grail when we get to the point where we know if you've seen an ad on TV, we can then target you on your mobile phone and then follow up on a tablet and a PC and attribute all that to give proper credit to the media investment. We're not there yet. That'll happen over the next couple of years, hopefully, but in some markets a bit faster than others.
How is the marketplace shaping out between content and addressability?
Well, we don't view it as binary. So from our perspective, you can have quite creative experiences with premium inventory on the home page of a website, for example. And at the same time, you can then also look at remnant inventory and using ways of leveraging data to make that valuable as well from a client perspective. The biggest barrier that we see on the addressable end is the lack of content. So all the technology's there, the data's there, all the ability to do some really clever things. It's just getting the client to invest in some more content, some more assets. If we have a couple of ad units, all the targeting in the world's not going to have a huge impact because we don't have different messages to put in front of different people. So it's really about creating that asset library, lots of different content that can be deployed to make that addressability really resonate with people.
The opportunities of creating richer, more stuff as far as, video advertising assets, where would you say we are now and where that should go?
It's very nascent, I think, when you look at it. It's, at the moment, a lot of just repurposing TV spots. And that's fine. There's a role for migrating TVC into online, and we know that with the targeting ability, you can make it work harder. And getting the right balance, I think, is really important as well. But you also see some emerging trends of people doing some pretty clever stuff with content out there, whether that's a YouTube channel or branded content or 5-minute clips, whatever the case may be. And it's very early days because you got a lot of that on the PC internet, if you will, for lack of a better term. But it's also now coming to mobile. And then I think the more exciting bit is TV. I mean, it's bizarre. I'm an old digital guy here. I'm talking about television, how fascinating that is. But when you get addressable TV, IPTV, whatever you want to call it, connected TV, smart TVs, it suddenly liberates content. You don't have to have a specific 30-second spot or a 1-hour program. You can do some things that people can pull, or from a push perspective, you can target certain individuals with longer form content, whatever that may be. It's very slow and it's very fragmented, and I think one of the real, it's like Game of Thrones. I mean, when you look at it right now, it's these little fiefdoms of people across the value chain, and it reminds me a lot of the early days of the internet, back in '95 and '96. There's a few of us that remember that, with these little walled gardens. And that's the challenge, because from our perspective, we need things that are big and scalable and easy for our clients to really embrace and know that there's a rigor and there's a science and a standardization behind that. And we're not quite there yet. Now, Sky AdSmart may do that in the UK. It's pretty sizable. It hasn't officially launched yet. It'll come hopefully at some point this year. God knows what Apple's up to. So there are some players that are out there that are big enough that may be able to create that kind of scaled, open environment that we would love to embrace.
This industry is different. The things I've learned in the time I've been involved with the BBC the last 5.5 years is the television advertising industry is definitely in love with advertising.